learned in the last like 4 weeks, like a walkable place with nature that just sparks connection and community. And
Talk to me
that's
a little bit
awesome.
about that, Kai. I mean, I get that. That resonates, I'm sure, for a lot of people, but help, like, explain what that feels like, that feeling of being able to walk through nature and make connections and community. What does that do for you?
You can feel like I've got like a visceral
Mm,
feeling of
mm,
like shedding some weight.
mm,
There is a field just up the road, maybe a 15-minute walk, where on Thursdays today, people go and just hang out on this field. And every single time I've gone there, there's different people like who are just walking past. They stop. Like the first time I went, they were playing frisbee and I joined in. And now I'm going every week. And like that sort of thing, like it's happened to me in a few areas of the world, but like it would never happen in my hometown,
mm.
like it's a very deep, and it's kind of like it's like a basic point, 99% of people are good people. I think like most people are like, oh, you should come play frisbee. Like who is really like deep down thinking, no, I don't want new
Mhm,
people in my life. I don't want to meet their ideas or their
mm,
personality.
mm, mm.
So that's what it kind of feels like. It feels like a shedding of something.
Yeah, I get that completely. There is something, we were talking about it a little bit before the show started. I value so deeply now, like I call it like the walls coming down, or just being honest, whatever phrase you want to put on it, of just connecting with someone where like, hey, sometimes it's explicit that you say it, sometimes it's just kind of known. We're like, hey, we're just going to be honest, right? We're just going to be people, just be who we are, and just converse and learn about you and learn about me and just have a good time and whatever it is, playing frisbee, drinking a beer, whatever. That you're right. It's hard to put words to it, but in a very primal level, it just feels right and good in some way. And I've only really started to appreciate that myself over the last few years. For much of my life, I think I was probably too much in my own head and didn't value it enough. And it makes me wonder, though. I'm curious what you think. Do you think at our base form, we all are more or less like that, and we would value that, but we get caught up in our jobs, or we live in a certain place, and it's go 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 go, and it's all that stuff. But if people actually were forced to pause and do that, everybody would recognize like this feels amazing. Or do you think it's just we're all different? Some people value that. Some people, it's just for them, they'll never value something like that.
This might sound pretentious, but I've been to a lot of places
Yeah.
and I've met thousands of people who really just all want to have tea,
Mm,
kids maybe, and laugh. So I think like your first point is the true one. Like
mm,
most people, I think that the reason that they don't is just environmental. Like
yeah.
it's I think that I'm the same person I was like 2 months ago when I lived in Auckland, but I'm not really. Like I'm a different version of myself now because this environment
Mm,
is way more encouraging of meeting new people, of slowing down, of like taking your time. Whereas Auckland is a lot more like individualized, atomized, and like because of that, you end up thinking, oh, I should like work hard. I should just stay at work late. I should, try a side hustle because that's kind of what the culture is telling you to do. To then break free of that and become like a better person or something, ironically, when
mm.
really like you just need um yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it's urbanization. Like
I was going to ask, why do you think, why do you think we've gotten, if that's true, that assumption is true, that we are at our core all, that's what we want. We just want to laugh and connect. How do we get so far off track as humanity?